Speaking of campaign ads, while some, like Ayelet Shaked's, are comical, many others have been blasted for maliciously crossing red lines. Well, joining us now with a breakdown is Naphtali Bensimon, a journalist and member of the Likud party. Naphtali, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Good evening.
All right, so first of all, do you believe that ads, political ads, especially in the campaign trail ahead of April 2019 elections, are more vicious than previous years?
No doubt about that. Maybe more sophisticated, a little bit more vicious, but this is the spirit of the time, not only in Israel, in every other place in the world. Political campaigns are more vicious. You have the social media, and you have the creatives, and you have the arguments, and we can see that, but it's not something that we can compare 30 years ago here in Israel, where violence really takes place. So there is another sort of violence. It's in the internet, in the media. So maybe there it's less serious than in the reality.
Do you find this type of discourse appropriate, or really, would you like to see something better maybe from Israel's politicians? And again, you said that this maybe wasn't as bad as the actual violence between parties years ago, but it isn't great.
No, it's always about personal. It's always, already 10 years, it's about Netanyahu, and the others. We have nothing to do. We have a prime minister who is an international icon. He is the MVP of the Likud party, of the Israeli politics. And, you have Steph Curry in Golden State, you have Lionel Messi in the football, soccer, and you have Benjamin Netanyahu. So he is the MVP, and always it becomes personal. Nobody talks about education, health, or something else. We have some achievements there, but it's always about who is this guy there.
So how are voters supposed to make an informed decision when the majority of the information being blasted at them is in the form of an attack ad against somebody else?
Look, the citizens of Israel, the voters, are not so stupid. They see the reality. They see what's going on. So they cannot decide only from what they see in television or from the campaign. They see the huge achievements under Netanyahu government in the last 4 years, last 8 years, last 10 years. We are progressing, but as I told you, campaigns are all about people who think that they can make the change, but I don't see that. People are more reasonable that we think that they are not.
All right, so now we have about 2 weeks left.
Yes.
Before the elections. Do you think that these ads from across the spectrum, across the political spectrum, are going to get more malicious, or do you think maybe they'll start to focus a little bit more as we get closer towards the day?
Well, the gap between the Likud and the blue and white, it will be tight until the end. That's for sure. It's something that the right, it wants to be behind Netanyahu. The left wants to be behind Gantz and Lapid. It will be tight. I don't know exactly how finally will be the results. I hope to see another 4 years of Netanyahu and his government. But again, this is something that we cannot predict. Everything can happen. Until now, 2 weeks from now, I think we have to be very cautious.
All right, Naphtali Bensimon, thank you as always for coming in.
Thank you.